Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I want to have another discussion about the Black Ops Pass, everybody's favorite topic here in Black Ops 4. My recent video where I called the Black Ops Pass a complete and total failure went over incredibly well. I said a lot of things that needed to be said, and I discussed in great detail everything wrong with Activision's current business strategy, but one thing I didn't cover was how Activision could improve it. It seems pretty obvious, right? I mean, you get rid of the Season Pass, you start releasing new maps and weapons periodically for free, and if you must, you make your money on the side with microtransactions and cosmetics, right? That's been the dream for the Call of Duty franchise for years now, but what's done is done, right? The Black Ops Pass is here, and it's here to stay, and there is no way Activision will ever remove it. But there's a way for them to potentially improve it, right? So yesterday, I got a tweet from a subscriber named Closet Indian, and his suggestion was so good that I had to discuss it in a video. Now, full disclosure, I can't be 100% certain that Closet Indian actually made this image originally, but he was the one who sent me the image, and it just makes so much freaking sense. I want to discuss it a bit here in today's video. So as you guys can see, here is going to be his proposed revamp of the current Black Ops Pass. The big changes include all multiplayer maps becoming free for everybody from here on out, but Black Ops Pass holders getting 1 week early access to the maps themselves. Now, if you guys haven't heard, Treyarch has confirmed that all future Black Ops Pass maps will instantly be added to all playlists. We'll see how that works out, considering the current ones are even fully in the playlist, but that would work perfectly, right? If this were to actually be a thing and everybody had the maps instantly, that would be pretty freaking fantastic. Next up, we have a change to the Battle Pass progression, which currently takes about 1 hour of in-game playtime to unlock each tier. Shaving 15 minutes off of that for pass holders would be a great value, while at the same time, non-pass holders will still be able to get all the content from the different events via the daily tier skips and a little bit of actual playtime. I would like to see this be dropped down for everybody, but making it so it gets dropped down just for season pass holders may actually be a pretty good value, which would make it worth the money. Now, moving along here, we have 20% off all special orders and, of course, Blackjack Shop, which is an incredibly good idea in my opinion, not only for the consumer, but also for Activision, right? Because it's clear that Activision wants to make its money from microtransactions, but a lot of them are overpriced, and as a result, a lot of people don't actually partake in them. Well, if you reduce the cost of them by 20%, I'm willing to bet that a lot more people are going to buy those microtransactions, therefore they're going to make more money in the long run. There's a reason why sales have worked since the beginning of time. It just makes so much freaking sense, and the people who spent money on the season pass already are typically more likely to spend money on microtransactions, so maybe giving them a discount there would actually be a pretty good idea. The final 3 proposed changes in this revamp include 48-hour early access to events like the ones we saw during Halloween and Christmas, and currently the Barbarians event. We have a 20% faster earn rate for Plasma in the Zombies game mode, and this one is pretty huge. Instant access to new weapons as they are released without the need to progress all the way through the new Battle Pass. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think all these changes are absolutely incredible, and honestly, I think it would be good for everybody involved. What's important to remember here is that Activision, and subsequently Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and Sledgehammer, because if you guys don't know, Activision owns all 3 of those companies. It's not as if they could just make their own decisions and break out on their own. They are owned by Activision. Everything comes from the top down, and Activision, of course, is a business. What they care most about in this world is making as much money as possible without losing all their customers in the process, right? Now, it could be argued that they've been losing a lot of their customers in recent years thanks to their business practices, and that's definitely true, but remember that the Call of Duty franchise is like a revolving door. As older fans eventually up and leave the franchise for one reason or another, more fans are joining the series every single day, and that's definitely evident by the fact that over the course of the past 10 years, Call of Duty has been the best-selling game in the United States. That's pretty freaking incredible, right? And then worldwide, if you're looking at worldwide sales, Call of Duty has been number 1 7 times in the past 10 years, and number 2 3 times in the past 10 years. They're either number 1 or number 2 all the time, and I definitely think that speaks to how good the Call of Duty formula is. This franchise is over 15 years old, yet it's still this popular. It's a juggernaut of a series, right? But that does not discredit the fact that Activision's business practices have been absolutely terrible in recent years, and a revamp like this would pretty much fix that entirely. By making it so everyone gets the maps for free, you eliminate the problem of splitting the player base, which has been an issue in the Call of Duty franchise for the past 10 years. You also eliminate the stigma surrounding these season pass Pass itself, which may result in more people actually purchasing the Season Pass, right? Right now, players get all the new weapons for free, but with this proposed revamp, Pass owners would get those weapons instantly. They would have faster tier progression, they would have early access to events, more plasma for zombies, cheaper microtransactions. All of these commodities are worth spending money on, and also, you're not dividing the player base, and you've removed the stigma of the Season Pass. Therefore, once again, they may actually make more money off of this revamped one as compared to the original Black Ops Pass, because right now, spending $50 to get access to a couple of maps that you can't even play, which may or may not even actually be good, and you have no idea when they're coming out, that's not worth spending money on whatsoever, right? What Closet Indian has proposed here is essentially an acceleration pack for the Call of Duty franchise, which still gives you all the content that fans initially paid for when they bought the Season Pass. I've actually seen a lot of people saying that they don't like this idea of a revamp because they spent their $50 for the Season Pass, therefore they better get all of their content and it better not ever change whatsoever. But honestly, those people make no sense to me whatsoever, because you're still getting the same content that you paid for, but a bunch of extra things on top of that, while also benefiting the entire Call of Duty community. In my honest opinion, people that don't like the idea of this revamp likely don't have the best interest of the Call of Duty franchise or the community in mind. They're mostly thinking about themselves and the $50 that they spent back in October or September or even earlier than that when the Black Ops Pass was first announced. A revamp like this would benefit pretty much everybody, including Activision, because in my opinion, and I can't actually prove this because we're talking about hypotheticals here, but I honestly think that more people would buy the Season Pass if this were to actually happen, because it would remove the stigma of the Season Pass. It would stop dividing the community. It would be so good for pretty much everybody involved, and that's what I wanted to discuss here in today's video. Now, there's one thing I would like to mention. There's one potential downside, I suppose, to this entire system, and it's that I'm not sure this is what we need in the future for the Call of Duty franchise, right? Because if there's one thing I've learned from situations like this, it's that developers will start to slow down and cripple progression rates in order to incentivize people to buy the quote-unquote acceleration pack, and I don't think I would like to see that in a game like Modern Warfare 4 or any of the other games in the future, but I definitely think a revamp like this one would be perfect for Black Ops 4, and then after that, we'll cross every other bridge as we get to it. I'll actually go as far as to say I feel as though a revamp like this would actually save Black Ops 4, and I don't want to try to be one of those people that tries to catastrophize everything, but we all know that February and onward are the hardest months in the life cycle of any Call of Duty game. By this point in the game's life cycle, all the initial concepts are well known. We've experienced a lot of what the game has to offer. People have unlocked most of what they've been working for, and we're basically just coasting, waiting for new updates, new DLC, and new announcements for the next Call of Duty game. Treyarch has said time and time again that Black Ops 4 is going to be a 3-year title with more updates and more content than ever before, but I really don't see that happening with the current release schedule and the current Black Ops Pass. This is the first year of Black Ops 4. This is when the majority of people are going to be playing this game. This is where they have to really wow their fans, and so far, the DLC release schedule has been incredibly underwhelming. I talked about in my recent video how literally every other Black Ops game, 1, 2, and 3, have had more content released by this point in their life cycles than Black Ops 4 has. Even COD World War II, for crying out loud, which was a game that everybody seemed to hate at launch, had more content released by this point in its life cycle than Black Ops 4 has so far. Treyarch has really been slipping when it comes to the post-launch support for this game, and a revamp like this one may just be what the doctor ordered. It may be that little shot in the arm that gets the community excited about Black Ops 4 again, and for the months to follow. You may be thinking that a revamp like this could be impossible, that Activision would never make a change like this, but remember that in the fine print of the Black Ops Pass itself, Activision says that the Black Ops Pass content is not final and is subject to change. So anything is possible, man. The future of Black Ops 4 is up in the air. And don't get me wrong here, I don't want to try to make it sound like I don't like the game. I very much enjoy Black Ops 4. I'm well past level 100 in my Master Prestige. I'm like 91% done with all the challenges in the multiplayer. Like, I have Dark Matter. I enjoy this game a lot. It's one of the most fun I've had in the Call of Duty franchise in a very long time, but there are definitely some inherent problems. I can enjoy the game and love the game while also understanding that there are problems that need to be addressed, which is something that a lot of people in the community don't seem to understand for some reason. But yeah, that's what I want to make this video about here today. I wanted to discuss this because I really do feel as though this revamp, once again, which was sent to me by Closet Indian, it's a really good idea. Activision needs to jump on this. They should definitely revamp the season pass to include all this, and I want to hear what you guys think down there in the comment section below. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.